That is always a quandary. Okay. All right. So, I think we have it all here for once. So this is going to be Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, part 33. 33.
You were close.
It was close. All right. Introductions out of the way. Let's go in our normal direction, alphabetical by height in descending order. Oni.
Yeah.
Tell these people why Kadelka is the best game ever.
Kadelka. It's quite an interesting RPG, and also its story of getting made was pretty interesting too. But if you like horror, and you like RPGs, and you like Parasite Eve vibe, fucking play Kadelka.
Yeah. Hey, yo, speaking of, play Parasite Eve, too. That game fucking also is a masterpiece.
Did you see that drawing that I was doing?
Yeah, boy!
So, I was going to actually start doing, I was actually going to start a playthrough of Parasite Eve today, but then I was too busy, so I'm just going to start it tomorrow.
I fucking feel you. I'm fucking way too busy.
I was drawing that because I was going to make a, something that looks like a game case for Parasite Eve, but with that drawing.
Yes. Slap it in there.
Huh?
Slap it in there.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. Chris, why have you fucking flipped yourself?
So that I can look disapprovingly at you again?
No, I'm just gonna fucking flip you back. Fucking you stare at those titties.
That's my it's my Parasite Eve promotional image.
See, look at this. See, I have the power, Chris. Anyway. Next up, how about Chris, tell us why PCIe expansion slots for USB are a good thing.
So you can plug more bullshit into your computer because we have no idea how to manage your USB.
Haha, you're funny. Don't ever become a VTuber. It's awful.
And it hit foul too. Oh my god.
But no, please tell us about the Chrisseries.
I read the Final Fantasy XIV Raid Group Blitz. I do voice acting and long plays on my YouTube. That's about it right now. The benefit of being by Oni is I get head scratches again.
Yeah, true. You do. Next up, the man that definitely has fought a Mustang and won so far. Lil Sharky, using this image, can you please tell me who would win? Thousands of hours and millions of dollars of research, or one scrapey boy?
I just want to say that you can find me at any point just running at 100 miles an hour directly against a wall, as long as that wall is on my right. If it's on the left, I want nothing to do with it.
Can I just tell you the second comment in the thread is depends on which one of the Florida man is driving?
That guy actually is a Florida driver, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
It works perfectly. So, yeah, in honor of that, I'm going to figure out a way to stream NASCAR 2004 or some bullshit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, hi, I'm Sharky. I like long walks on the beach and burying myself in the sand afterwards. So, we're going to have some fun today. And that's all I've got. And that's all I've got.
Next up, a woman with 40 cocks. I mean, rotisserie chickens. Same thing.
I saw this screen.
Juan, please explain.
It's not that different, honestly.
And the guy is joking when we were back is Lonnie.
Just depends on how you raise them.
It really does. Hi, Lonnie UK. I play long plays of
I didn't notice.
I
Maybe you
occasionally
did.
do,
I might have done that. If I
normal
did, I am
VTuber
sorry to
collaboration
panic you with
stuff.
that. No, we're
did
still here.
Spooky Phasmo. Guess I'm gonna start a long play of Star Ocean. Maybe, Mr. Mark.
It's good.
I mean, I love Star Ocean. I've been dying to play some of the old Star Ocean games. So I mean, I guess it makes sense. I guess I was destined for this.
I am very upset. I have just learned something. Sharky, you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
John Kruk was at the Dick's in my town today from 5 to 6:30, and no one notified me. I would absolutely go and bring a D-cell battery for him to sign.
Doesn't that qualify in Philly as a religious experience?
I think meeting John Kruk is, in fact, a religious experience, and if he signs your D-cell battery, you are the chosen one. You must throw it at the nearest Salvation Army Santa Claus.
So you want him to sign your D?
Cell battery, yes.
I mean, I heard both things.
Me too.
Yeah. Sign that
Oh.
D.
Also, I appreciate that I'm old enough to remember who John Kruk is.
Any whomstead of,
Anywhoomst.
we shall continue. Which means I also have to plug in a different controller because, you know, Team Bootstrappers, am I right?
Woo!
All right, let's take it away on 1, 2, 3.
So, can we get our casting director just to clarify which roles we're doing so we don't accidentally,
I got you, bro. Sharky, you are the judge, and juror number 3.
Excellent. Thank you.
And who else are you? I feel like you're somebody else.
Well, I know we got like 12 people here, so I don't want to...
Yeah, we done been flipping flopping, so we streamline now.
Chris, you are going to be whatever his name is now, Eggert, and you are also juror number 1, and you can take over juror number 6. Lania, you are. Oh wait, hold on, wait. I almost forgot about the people on. If the Ringo and whatever his name come back on the stand, because they're not on the stand right now. I think Ringo was that you too, Sharky? And then
I can pass up Ringo.
Okay. Because Lania
Oh,
is Gina and
Crazy.
Griggs.
Lonnie,
I
was
was-
Shy going to be able to make it? Or...
She was not needed because we actually have everyone today.
Oh,
Well, the only person we're missing is non-pawn, but
We covered effectively.
yeah.
Yep, I am Gina and Gregsy, and I am content with this.
And juror number.
I'm a juror. Yeah. If I'm keeping one of my jurors, I want to keep 5.
And then I am Iris and Dracula over there.
Okay, and so if Ringo and Tweedledee and Tweedledum come back, you want me to keep Tweedledee?
Yeah.
You can have both of them if you want, dude.
I'm good.
God!
I can't flip back and forth that fast, Sharky. Not yet. That's not true.
Sure. Hey, man, you can roll over in any direction you want. So, time to push my spectacles down my nose and get ready to start this off. Order! This is high treason, Council, deserving of capital punishment.
That's you, Chris.
Too much new vocabulary. What is this treason? And what is capital punishment?
The sort of words I'd half expect you to know?
our sovereign government's confidential information. Hostile nations would surely pay almost any price.
Yeah. And on that night, 2 months ago, that was the very negotiation that was taking place inside the omnibus.
But in the end, the Gilded perished, and the all-important disc lay unclaimed in the pawnbrokery.
What?
In which case, whoever stole that information in the first place must surely have been inside. Whoever stole that information in the first place must surely have been beside himself with worry. Because if the disc were to be discovered before it found its way out of the country,
Feel an act of high treason, punishable by death. Also, any man who can be inside himself is very talented, and we will talk later.
stay out of my phone. So the culprit had no choice but to retrieve it from inside himself. And in order to do that, involves a very intricate setup. He would have to gain entry to the bussy illegally in the middle of the night. Because the article left behind by Mr. McGilded would incriminate him too much if it got into the wrong hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Graydon?
You think I've been stealing government secret? Preposterous. Absolutely preposterous.
In response to the defense's accusation, you claim complete innocence, do you?
Well, of course I do. Had to stand here in silence while this pretentious foreign lawyer has been prattling away. Objection!
Then by all means, counter the charges, sir. The prosecution demands the witness testifies in response to the accusations brought by the defense.
Ooh.
Delighted, I'm sure.
Witness is reminded that the crime under scrutiny in this trial is the murder of the pawnbroker, Mr. Winterbank. This being a most flagitious offense, of which the lawless land sanctions a capital punishment.
So are y'all ready for when this hooks into Danganronpa?
Punishment time, let's go! The heinous act of high treason is no less serious a crime. I urge you to bear that in mind as you testify, Mr. Graydon.
Hold it!
What?
You gotta let us have route in port here. We got things to say.
I beg your pardon? Do you think you are?
Name's Nash Skoltgen. Occupation is professional baddie.
I guess either Sharky or Lanya.
Anya, you want this one?
Nah, you take it, Shark.
Name's Ringo Skulkin, but we ain't baddies enough to sell out our motherland.
That's right. We're what they call
All together now.
the three
The three
Skulkin
Skulkin brothers.
Bad
timing, fellas. Very bad timing. See, I already had a skulking brother.
A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sound produced by that music box aren't even Morse code. Some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I have no relation to the man. Look, all we done was break into the gap the other night like what we told us to.
If we'd known we was dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it. Ellipses. Mr. Skulkin.
One Mr. Old Governor, what's up?
Do I take it that you now admit to the crime? On the night in question, you did indeed gain entry to the premises illegally. Moreover, you did so as a party of 3 in collaboration with Mr. Grayton there. We did,
Gov, we did.
We did.
I like that they're both wearing shorts in the middle of winter.
Quieten down, please. Mr. Graydon, what say you to this?
I have no idea what these two ruffians are referring to. Little Rodder getting us all mixed up in this monkey business. Never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be a straight-up job.
What about Geezer we shot whose shop it was, eh? Poor old bloke didn't have to die, did he?
Ah!
Nice to know who your friends are.
Nice to know you. Goodbye.
Whatever these
Bye.
men say, I deny the accusations.
Nice to know you.
Goodbye.
Shout outs to Brandon Boyd.
Classic Incubus, indeed. Indeed. Well, I certainly was expecting this little music box to become so significant in the proceedings. However, as it has, I will admit it into the court record as evidence.
All right, time to poke this balloon.
Hold it!
So, is this newspaper headline accurate? Government communications are being intercepted?
How could I possibly know?
What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
Government communications are handled by high-level officers, by specialists. General members of staff in the station where I work would never be entrusted with sensitive information.
Oh, it's Telegraph Lady.
Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop!
Let me guess. You're number 5. Come on down.
You regular communication station officers aren't as lovely as you're being led to believe. A team of us are responsible for setting up and testing the telegraphs used by the ministry. and Mr. Graydon is the team leader.
That's fascinating.
Homie's a shift supervisor and tried to play it off.
Yeah.
Graydon is a highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in presence of idol. Stop.
Yo, she's actually blushing.
Damn, she's feeling it.
Yeah.
So you had access to the equipment used for these confidential communications, Mr. Graydon?
Well, what of it? The transmissions are always made behind closed doors, so they can't be heard.
Imagine selling out your idol by accident.
Oh
And
no.
in any
she's pissed.
case,
I'll go for sure.
I was saying, oh no, she's pissed. This is no accident at all.
Yeah, no. She's really mad that the guy she has been hitting on is committing treason.
And disparaging her own contributions on top of it.
Exactly. Not
He is-
very flattering, sir.
He is definitely not properly paying back for lady boners.
I was going to give it up on the third date. Stop.
Beep 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 beep. Brr.
There's a joke here. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, stop. Must say something. Stop. Mr. Graydon regularly attends meetings with ministry technicians and the ministry communications team. He assists them in ensuring there are no errors in important international communications. And he's received the top prize at the Cipher Cracking Convention 5 years in a row now.
That's fascinating.
Graydon is a highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in presence of idol. Stop.
She's simping.
well, your idol would appreciate it if you kept your mouth shut.
It's a raid!
Yo, what's up, Anemone? Thanks for the raid, homie. How are you? How was streaming?
Think responsibly, everyone.
Kill your idols.
Yo,
Let me get
RE5,
heroes.
let's go. Some speedruns or some
Never try to
casuals?
sleep with them.
Yo, let's go. How did it go?
And if you do, write a tell-all memoir about it. That usually goes well.
Make sure to credit it to Herlock Sholmes.
Yes.
She should really pick her idols more carefully.
I tell you, this lawyer's accusations are completely unfounded.
I know there's like a lot of interesting stuff that goes on with RE5. Oh, caused a desync.
Besides, the
Bleh.
sound by that box aren't even Morse code.
Ugh, that's a bummer. Lame.
Hold it!
I love RE5 though. I think it's a really cool game. It just gets a lot of shit. They're not?
To anyone with a brain, that would be blatantly apparent on listening to that music box for even a few seconds.
Oh, of course. Of course. Yo, Whooper's here too. Thanks for the raid, Whooper.
Surely, it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code.
Oh, I know the ports are awful.
Beep, beep, beep,
Unfortunately.
Beep, 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 beep.
Ouch. He looks genuinely shocked at my ignorance.
Huh. I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basics for you, sir.
Bad ports make me very sad. The Persona 5 Royal port looks surprisingly good. There's a few little bits of choppiness that I saw, but it runs pretty buck-ass smooth at 120. A lesson? Here in court?
Morse code is a continuous series of two distinct tones.
Tones, you say?
Yes, a short dot and a long dash. By combining these in different ways, you construct letters.
Huh. I see.
For example, this is A, and this is B. But when you listen to the sound produced by this music box, you only hear one tone, don't you?
But it sounds so similar. The rhythm of it's the same in everything.
But there's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds.
I would love to see good ports of older video games, especially stuff from the PS3 era. They suffer so bad in ports.
So your assertion is fundamentally flawed. This is not Morse code.
What are you trying to say about my ass, Fanzeeks? Mm-hmm.
It's tight.
Yeah, it is. Who's a good boy? No!
Really, you shouldn't be so surprised. What did I tell you?
I don't know. I haven't been listening. You're a prick.
That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap. Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspersions in the future.
Stop. Nothing to say, but stop.
Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Iris?
I mean, if the government secrets were somehow being leaked using a music box, so many other things would slot into place so nicely.
Could there still be something I haven't considered? Would it really be impossible to use this music box somehow to play back Morse code? I'm gonna give it a try. Enjoy your pizza! Yeah, what kind of pizza though? There's still every possibility that this music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That's the belief of the defense, at least.
Objection!
Shut up!
Does it please you in some way, my Japanese friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum?
Yes, it does.
It's already been established that to be Morse code, 2 tones are required. Dots and dashes.
Okay, but one of them was shorter. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Then, what?
Here, the defense has a hypothesis to put forward. You had better present your idea at once, counsel.
Yeah.
How do you propose this music box, which appears to only produce a single tone, could have been used to cipher secret messages into Morse code?
Oh! Thought I saw this
Hold it,
earlier.
Renee.
I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom of it opens up as well.
Ah, you're right. Oh, come on then. What are you waiting for? Let's open it.
That bottom.
It's full of cocaine!
Look at that. Here's another movement on the other side.
I've got a movement on my underside. You want to see?
Ew, no, thank you.
No, not the girl. Bring the boy back. I like the boy. So, what does that mean? You can set another disc to play back on this side?
Yes, I think so. It looks like the two movements are linked together.
They're linked?
So if you had two discs, they would both play back at the same time.
Hey yo, in stereo? It's a stereoscope for your ears.
Got it!
Gracious. What am I looking at here?
Jerry Lee Lewis, sir.
Great balls of fire. Another movement on the underside of the music box.
God, how many boomer references can I make with you tonight?
How much time you got?
It appears, my lord, that the two movements are linked together. In other words, you can put two dicks in this music box, and the sound of both will play back at the same time.
What happens? What happens when you double penetrate this music box?
Absolutely. This is the first ever turntable. As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of two tones, a short dot and a long dash. Even though I think it's actually dits and dashes, but that's up for debate. With a second disc in place, this music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message. Limited number of callbacks I can make? Nah, I'm unlimited.
This is beyond a joke.
I'm sorry?
This poor excuse for a lawyer has absolutely no evidence to support his claims.
I mean, I'm holding the music box that's double-sided. I do not know what to tell you.
Well, I'm still back on this one, but I know English isn't your first language, but it's discs, not dicks, my friend.
Get out of here.
If my
No
learned friends
hypothesis.
were able
Defend Zeeks.
to present the court with a second disc, that would be another matter. Well,
I can't at the moment.
that's because I have it. And may I remind the court that, as the witness has pointed out, he was not the one in the omnibussy with McGildy 2 months ago, striking a deal over the discs or discs.
Indeed. That was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
Exactly. I had nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Though it has holes, I must admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise.
Woo!
I believe the cross-examination should continue.
The link between Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere. But I haven't found it yet.
Oh dear. Looks like you need to give your argument more strength, you know.
It's time for steroids.
You will reiterate your testimony if you please, Mr. Graydon.
If I must, though I maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination.
Hold it!
So, 2 months ago, in that omnibus, McGilded killed the brickmaker and stole the disc.
Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. It seems he lived in an artisan quarter some years ago. But people there remember little about him,
That doesn't make much sense, though, does it? How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire secret government information?
How indeed.
Oh, why are you looking so smug?
It wasn't fucking me, that's for sure.
Agent man.
There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes in all of this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason in order to take it to the meeting with McGilded and negotiate a deal.
Dear me. You may have it in for me, sir, but I assure you I have far more class than that.
Uh-huh. An old brickmaker from an artisan quarter and this well-to-do communications officer. If only I could find some evidence to link the two of them together.
Nothing more to add on that note. Let us return to the witness testimony.
Look, all we done was break into the gaff the other night like what he told us to.
Wait.
We know there's dodgy government secrets going on. We played it straight.
Hold it!
Like Mr. Graydon told you to do, you mean?
That's it, yeah. Who else, eh?
Just gonna sell him right down the river, huh?
Silly me, thought we was popping off for a natter after all the years, but the roller had a dodgy job for her. Yeah?
Well, let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say? Do you mean to tell me that Mr. Graydon is an acquaintance of yours?
We're the kind of sociable baddies, you know. Sure, Graydon's an old china.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, bitch? Is something wrong, Mr. Skulkin?
Eh?
No, the other Mr. Skulkin?
What? Oh, me?
When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react.
Oh, I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a right old laugh together way back when.
Together? With Mr. Graydon, you mean?
Yeah, with Ash. I mean, you look at him now, he's all fancy whistle and flute and, you wouldn't have believe it.
Why is this man just eating a pear? Where did that come from? Is it like the middle of fucking winter?
I mean, this is the game where, we had a soldier that pulled a baby out of his backpack, so...
Yeah, you're right.
When we was younger, he was from the poor part of town, just like us.
Is that so?
But he was a leery one. He had the brains, dead savvy. Always coming up with smart ideas like would never gone through our heads.
Oh, blimey, ain't that the truth? Remember Milterfen's Skulkin Milk Run? Is that a Star Wars reference?
Maybe?
That was a corker, eh?
He got through the galaxy in 12 parsecs.
Save it until after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. And neither does your fruit.
What? No. My God, they need
Hey.
that to combat scurvy.
Give me that shit so I can make more wine.
I thought you made the chussy out of blood, dude.
Potato, potato.
Boy, Geezer asked us a question, didn't he? We was answering.
Yeah, we ain't done nothing wrong. Nevertheless, the court is not prepared to accompany you on your trip down memory lane.
No.
Counsel, can we please turn our attention back to the eating of the wine, please?
Exactly, Juma. It makes no damn sense. Throwing wine all over the place like an absolute animal. I don't know. Could that sentimental story be relevant somehow? Goddamn right it is. They know each other. My lord.
Yes, counsel.
Can I have some fruit?
You already are one.
I want a snack and some uppies.
Are you prepared to have the zoomies, counsel?
Yee. The brother's last sentimental statement could hold vital information relating to this case.
Very well, counsel. I will permit the brothers to supplement their testimony with that detail. Briefly,
Say no more. A skulkin's never
skulking.
Someday we'll get it.
We'll just keep working on it. You've got the talent, and I'm merely here for aesthetics. We can figure it out.
I mean, if my accent wasn't flying all over the place, maybe.
Vice for radio, I think I have. Sorry, Lonnie.
Is he waiting for us to read this?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a new line.
No, it's not. Milverton Skulkins Run Core, those were the days.
Hold it!
I'm sure I'm going to regret asking, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business? A sexual act? Both?
For business.
Just a little scheme we had going when we was youngsters. Bit of fun, really.
Delivering fresh milk to locals is what we was all about.
That sounds alarmingly legitimate. There must be a catch.
Always.
I suppose since we're here, I should ask them to elaborate. But on what? So this business was just a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon involved? Wait, they
Yeah,
have fruit
that's it.
again!
Apple
Okay.
Dr. White.
Okay, hear me out though. This is more evidence that Gregsy is actually a Skulkin brother because they also have regenerating food.
They have to be related. Milverton and Skulkin's milk run, was it?
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, lost time.
And where did the Milverton part come from?
Oh, right. That's a clever. Oh,
Oh.
enough of this.
Oh.
How much longer are we expected to listen to this drivel? I don't.
Let me guess. You don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying? Tell me, why is it that it was only at the moment of the name Milverton that you decided to interject?
Because I, well. Weren't the happiest of homes that one came from.
Yeah, his old man was struggling for money so much, his wife walked out on him.
She took the name Graydon then, see?
Ash was always been Milverton to us.
Oh. Milverton. So that used to be your surname, did it?
course not. This is all Buckham. I've been a Graydon since I was born.
Are you lying to me?
Absolutely. You really think you can rely on the testimony of these two thieves? Hmm?
Just got what you said, Chris. That was hilarious.
You're a communications officer attached to the civil service. As such, your personal details will have been thoroughly checked at the time of your appointment. It will be a very simple matter, indeed, to subpoena these records, Mr. Graydon.
Ah,
Get fucked.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin's testimony has been reliable. There's a first time for everything.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn.
Congratulations on finding your nut, Mr. Skulkin. You, meanwhile, were born Ashley Milverton, then.
Oh my god. Congratulations on your transition, sir.
Is that correct?
very well. Yes.
Yo, Larkin, thanks for 7 months, homie. Enjoy the lurk. Things have been going pretty a-okay. We're trying our best. Hope you're having a terrific time as well.
Hope things have been going well so far.
So, Ashley Graydon was once Ashley Milverton? That information could change things, and it could turn out to be extremely important. Ashley Graydon's personnel profile has been updated in the court record. All of a sudden, we seem to be up to our necks in a serious matter of national security. Although, all this talk about the interception of secret government messages is still just conjecture at this stage.
It would explain a number of things, though, wouldn't it?
Hmm,
The negotiations you overheard in the omnibussy 2 months ago, and the break-in at Windy Box. But the trouble is, it wasn't Mr. Graydon in the omnibussy with Mr. McGilded.
no, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. He was murdered.
If only there was some link between the two men somehow.
Milverton was wearing a brickmaker meat suit for Halloween this year. Strange coincidence.
I know. But Mr. Graydon's testimony seems to be as watertight as ever. I wonder if the key to us making headway on the cross-examination here? Oh, could be those two brothers.
Mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information.
I feel like we pushed that.
Yeah,
We did.
We pushed everything.
It's got to be something here.
Milverton.
Yeah, huh. How about that?
Objection!
That was easy. Mr. Ashley Milverton. Tell me. What is the unladen, or what is the wing speed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Ain't
in your
nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why.
I never wanna hear you say.
I want it that way.
Have you tried going to Burger King? Apparently, you can have it that way.
Have it your way.
Kurger
Your
Bing,
way.
have it in a way.
I have to stop singing. My cat's yelling at me.
Ah.
Also, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. Tell me, why did you try to hide your former name from the court?
Because I haven't gone by that name for years. It means nothing to me.
Uh-huh. No, I don't think that's the real explanation at all. The truth is, you had a reason to hide that name.
And explain yourself, please, Counsel.
I have here the notes from the omnibus case, my lord. And as we all know, the victim, the man who we now understand to have been negotiating with McGilded.
Yes, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
You want to guess his last name? Yeah, that's right. Only Mason wasn't his surname at all. His full name was Mason Milverton.
Milverton. You mean this thing's a lie?
Mr. Ashley Milverton. Is it not the case that the brickmaker, Mr. Mason Milverton, was your daddy?
Ugh, I don't.
That's right, you can't say that word in this chat.
As I believe I mentioned earlier, your family history will have been thoroughly checked when you join the civil service. And it really would take no time at all for the court to subpoena these records.
Damn. My favorite color is yellow. Wait, no, blue. Well, the truth is, you have been illegally acquiring highly confidential government information and selling it on to McGilded in collaboration with your father. That man just pulled a triple axle.
He took that L in style.
Impressive.
Jeez. The new facts and evidence unveiled by the cross-examination of this witness all come together to reveal the truth.
The truth, you say?
The truth. I call my penis the truth because bitches can't handle it.
Damn.
Is that in hot
He needs some milk.
dogs? Good day.
The
Is that high?
truth is on fire.
We don't need some milk?
Let the motherfucker burn.
The
Also, hi Capcom.
Hi, Capcom. Have I ever told y'all a story about a local, very, very questionable adult lounge near us?
That the one next to Four Seasons Total Landscaping.
It may as well be. It's a place called Pump Town.
Oh,
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It is, if you could imagine a strip club that's under a bridge in a very dimly lit area, and I'm not talking about like Kensington dimly lit, that's just sad. This is just like depressing. It's like down near the river, under a bridge, like River Troll.
This sounds like the kind of quality adult establishment that includes a all-you-can-eat buffet.
I wish it did. Otherwise, I'd actually go there. However, most of the local tattoo shops have their holiday parties there in some weird, sick, twisted rule of irony. But I went there once for Valentine's Day with my girlfriend at the time's family. It was questionable.
It sounds like one of the reasons that that didn't work out.
No, I mean, it was hilarious. It was just awkward. It was funny. It was funny. It's just questionable. Anyway, Oni, you're close enough. We'll go to Pump Town this weekend.
Has
Bubble.
Oni already been?
Bubba, we're taking Oni to Pump Town.
Pump Town. I've never even heard of that place before.
Shelby said that might be a no-go. She doesn't feel like getting herpes this weekend.
Ooh.
I feel like we're taking Oni to Pump Town needs to be the new joke to replace the Oni never finishes a game joke.
Nah,
Oni is
to
now
be
the
fair,
mayor of
I don't
Pump
want to go
Town.
to Pump Town. That's like a punishment, not a reward.
I submit and I make the first vote for Oni as the mayor of Pump Town. Here.
I've never even heard of that place.
I vote aye.
Oni's just gonna walk off set, just never come back.
I vote we don't need another placeholder joke.
I'm here for it. That you... Oh, wait. That you collaborated with your father, Mr. Mason Milverton, in illegal dealings with Magnus McGilded. Wow, we're really hammering that Milverton part, huh? It's like we learned a new word on the internet.
Into this music box, you mean, Council?
Yep. Stealing information being sent in secret government communications and selling it on to McGilded. Mr. Graydon concocted this elaborate scheme of using two music box discs to encode the information. Man, imagine using music boxes instead of AV1. Idiot. As presumably a safety measure against the information falling into the wrong hands.
Very effective one. I shouldn't have given the scheme any credence whatsoever.
But the deal with McGilded went south, and the brickmaker met his end.
Yeah, but before he was arrested, McGilded managed to temporarily dispose of the stolen disc at the pawnbrokers. Then, having learned of the situation, you appeared at Windibank's 2 days ago, in an attempt to recover the two articles McGilded had placed in pawn there.
But that attempt failed.
One of the discs was seized by the police, and the other you never found. So that same night, you enlisted the help of the Skulkin brothers and broke into the pawnbrokery. This time, determined to recover the second disc.
You're suggesting that the second disc was inside the music box.
Yeah.
Darn tootin'.
We never knew nothing about that.
On the night that Mr. Windibank was killed, the intruder to the pawnbrokery touched one item, and one item alone. The music box.
Rather ingeniously demonstrating using the two prints from the security camera. Indeed.
Indubitably. So the question that naturally begs answering is this. Why was only that one article disturbed? Why can't I read tonight? The answer is obvious, because I'm a stupid poo-poo head. Because it contained the second disc, which the intruder was desperate to retrieve. Since if it were to fall into the hands of the police, it would be proof of high treason. Kinda like going to a rally on January 6th.
Big treason.
Well, Mr. Graydon, do you deny that all of this actually began on that fateful night 2 months ago? You're just not going to answer? All right.
I refuse to accept any of this nonsense.
Ellipses.
I don't think they're buying it. Sir. There appears to be blood seeping through the sleeve of your jacket.
What?
That boy needs therapy.
I'm gonna kill you.
I hear
Grab a
that prisons
kazoo.
have
Let's have a
excellent
tune.
therapists.
Now when
Now
I count to
to
three. God, if we could only sync it up properly. 2 nights ago, we know that 3 shots were fired at the scene of the crime in Windibank's pawnbrokery. One took the life of the pawnbroker himself. One struck the pouch around Mr. Sholm's waist. I guess he's dead now. Oh well. And the final bullet struck the calendar on the wall of the shop, having first pierced the arm of one of the intruders. So, Mr. Graydon, what's it like having gangrene on your arm that you seem to be trying to hide? It's a bullet wound, isn't it? Let me poke it. I want to stick my finger in it. You know what the kids are doing with pumpkins these days? I'm going to do that, but to
Pumpkin
your bullet
chunking?
wound.
Better than tortilla slapping, so.
What a waste of tortillas.
He's got you now, me old Sheena.
I'm to call it quits and croak, I reckon.
Bubba, we playing the Powerball tomorrow. Powerball's up to 1 million, motherfuckers.
Billion. With a B.
Yeah, with a B.
Billion with a bussy.
Billion with a bussy.
Don't acknowledge my presence there under any circumstances whatsoever.
If I disappear tomorrow, I want you all to know. Fuck you. See you later.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
I just want to let you know, if I do, I will own Baltimore. I will be the king of Baltimore. And Baltimore will become the only city where challenge pissing is legal.
Not only legal, it's a legitimate way to settle disputes.
Those were my terms, remember? And I paid you handsomely to comply. Clearly, I was a fool to think I could trust some common backslum thief.
Ooh. Oh.
Fine, I admit it. I was there in Windibanks that night. I paid this pair 10 guineas to accompany me. And as you've noticed, I've sustained an injury in the course of my adventures.
Are you trying to say that you, like, got shot without saying you got shot?
But that is all. I admit nothing more. Stealing government secrets, negotiating with Mr. McGilded? As God is my witness, I'm sure I recall nothing of the sort.
Is that a lightning bolt I just saw? He's not going to go down without a fight. Not until I can show hard evidence, I suppose. Nevertheless, the defense has now established a crucial fact.
Which is?
I fucked your mom.
Damn.
Well, we know that one bullet was fired from each of the 2 firearms we have in evidence. The bullet from the Skulkin Brothers gun hit the pouch around Mr. Sholm's waist. And the bullet from Mr. Windibank's gun clearly must have been the one that caught Mr. Graydon in the arm.
Indeed it must. We can rule out the possibility that the man shot himself.
Yeah. And that leads us to only one conclusion. Mr. Windibank was shot by a 3rd gun, which can only have been fired by the 3rd intruder. What? In all of your eternal wisdom, you didn't see that coming, Van Zeeks?
Well,
That's right.
you see here.
Mr. Graydon.
Grr.
Grr. The only person who could possibly have shot Mr. Windibank that night is you. Is you! Oh, yay, mental breakdown time.
You little upstart. You made a grave mistake when you summoned me here.
What? What does that mean?
About to transform into his final form.
Yes, as you rightly say, I was there at the pawnbrokers. Sorry, Shark.
You're good.
I did my best to hide that fact naturally. I had no intention of ruining the distinguished career I'd built for myself at the communications station.
Is that at the Conjunction Junction?
But did the thought never cross your mind? Did you never consider the possibility?
What's your function?
What? What do you mean? What thought? What possibility?
A possibility that if I was there at the scene, I may have witnessed the crucial moment. You see, this makes me a key witness in this case, my hands firmly around the neck of your client.
No, you don't. Shut up. What?
Are you suggesting?
I saw it all.
Uh-huh.
So the very moment that pickpocket girl pointed their gun at that poor defenseless pawnbroker and shot him.
He got shot in the back. You what?
Also, weren't they throwing out Ryanosuke's testimony because it was uncorroborated? And
Yeah.
now they're like just gonna believe this guy?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Order. Well, it would seem we are finally entering the last act of this theatrical trial.
You're the one that's letting this shit go on, Chief.
Mr. Graydon.
Yes.
I trust you are fully aware of the implications here. If it is shown that your claim is false, you will have incriminated yourself as the killer.
Oh, I understand fully.
But I must ask you to give your formal testimony once more. You will explain to the court precisely what you saw at the moment the defendant allegedly shot the victim.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure.
This is pretty obvious, but like, if his story's true, who shot him?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
This dude's a phony. Hey, this guy's a big phony. Does anyone need a break or we good?
Just like a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use a quick break to grab some water.
All right, I will rock piss quick. We'll get a stretch for a second. And
Be right back.
yeah, here's a link to the Discord, the YouTube if you want to catch up on it, SkyTech, stream wish list. I will give y'all a little bit of music to chill with. I am going to run to the bathroom really quick. What? Oh, that's spooky.
You ready for the final stretch, Oni?
Yer.
Yar.
Arr.
Arr.
Lonnie's a pirate?
No, but one of the people I live with has been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves lately.
I'm sorry.
All right, we back. We back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Chris, are you starting to rig?
No, I'm not even close to rigging. I'm on like outlining.
Good luck. Bubba, cute pumpkins. Good work.
Rigging a model?
Because what I needed was another project, right, Kia?
Oh, yeah. No, I understand.
Hey, man. If you
It's
need
all right.
help with rigging,
We have
I
so many
got you.
fucking projects. It's terrifying.
I absolutely would appreciate assistance at some point, Oni. Let's talk.
Yeah.
While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop.
Hey, Oni. Let's talk sometime.
Well, so he put the thing out for commissions, but I also don't just want to dump a huge project on somebody's plate when they're asking for simpler commissions. So
Nah.
that's
Plus, I mean, Oni's pretty busy, what with being mayor of Pumptown.
Alright, don't get
Jesus
ahead of
Christ.
yourself now. I'm telling you to sit down right now before it gets out of hand. I'm just letting you know right now.
Oni is looking to fucking lay down the smack down.
Now, I
but yeah, no, I
started
said
that
help,
one.
not do the whole thing for you. Listen.
100%. 100%.
Hey now, Lonnie, I started the Pump Town thing, so if you're gonna get to Lonnie, you gotta go through me first.
You kids.
Everybody sits down.
Yeah, see? I listen. I'm a good boy. I'm a good noodle. Tell me I'm a good noodle.
Good noodle.
Thank you. Anyway.
We don't praise King Shame, we praise King Judge.
When Windibank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door. The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety. I saw the blood splatter all over that wretched girl. And then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape.
This sounds a whole lot like bullshit.
Gracious, this is quite extraordinary testimony.
It's downright incredible, in the literal sense that it is not credible.
Uh-huh.
You tell him, girl. You claim, sir, under oath, to have clearly seen the defendant pull the trigger. Order! Order!
What up?
It wasn't my intention to testify this way. But neither is it my intention to be found guilty of a murder I did not commit. So you see, my hand has been forced. I tell the truth now as an act of self-preservation.
Definitely trying to save your ass, but it's truthful.
What? The truth?
Until now, the prosecution was completely unaware of these details.
Just gonna buy that man, Zeeks? Yes, well, I'm sorry about that.
Having shot me in the arm, the pawnbroker was then shot in the back by the accused.
This just ain't good.
And as I said, she was showered in his blood.
You say the blood splattered all over the accused's coat. You sure on that point?
Oh yes, quite sure. All over the black overcoat that pickpocket girl was wearing at the time.
Really? If her coat could somehow be shown to harbor vestiges of blood, that would be conclusive evidence here.
Yes, this juice is delicious. Such an investigation is entirely possible, my lord.
What?
Only very recently, it smells so good, a German scientist has developed a technique to identify human blood.
Okay, but we just threw out Sholmes' shit like a fucking two, like...
Right?
So here's to true science. Not some amateurish detective's dubious foray into the world of chemistry.
Listen, I'ma beat your ass.
Iris is gonna do it for you.
Right, she's gonna say something, I bet.
There's nothing dubious about Early's work. His ideas are all sound.
Ideas are no use to us here. In science, as in law, theories must be proven before they stand.
Oh, just gonna be exactly the same shit.
In Germany, the technique has already been enjoyed in the courtroom as the basis of I said enjoyed instead of employed. Excuse me.
Yes.
Employed in the courtroom as the basis of evidence. Scotland Yard has a small quantity of the chemical reagent used. With your lordship's permission, I'll waste my juice.
This man just yeeting.
9 juicy bites the dust. I believe that makes 12 for this trial.
This doesn't look good, Reno.
Why not?
Well, we know, don't we? That there's blood all over the front of Ginny's coat. If they test it with their chemicals,
Oh, help. You're right. I was forgetting what happened yesterday.
don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot.
That's Mr. Mason's blood from when he was stabbed by McGilded, who was wearing the coat at the time. My lord, the defense objects to the test proposed by the prosecution. Chronicles.
Well,
Are you a robot now?
overruled.
Fuck you, you senile old prick.
Lord Van Zeeks, make it so at once.
With pleasure, my lord.
And while we await the results, the defense may proceed with cross-examination. Welcome.
Once they find that blood on the overcoat, Gina will be...
Counsel?
Yeah, my lord.
Your cross-examination.
Of course, my lord. This cross-examination doesn't go well. If I don't manage to uncover some decisive evidence, or a really compelling clue now, I have a very bad feeling about the outcome of this trial.
While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop.
Hold it! All right. Mr. Windibank emerged from the storeroom, I believe.
Ringo and Nash were scouring the counter when he suddenly appeared and flew at them. He already had the revolver in hand. Fortunately, I wasn't too close. Never been so scared in all me life.
Yeah, we were just regular mild-mannered burglars, that's all. We don't like violence.
Says the pair who carries a gun. What do you mean when you say you were near the entrance to the shop?
I was in the doorway running my eyes over the shelves of forfeited items.
Looking for the music box, of course.
The broker went for Nash in the first place. Then Ringo joined in, making it 2 against 1, so I assumed they could handle the situation. But I was wrong.
I was trying to help me little bruv, but the old geezer chucked me over the bloomin' counter.
So I pulled me gun on the old fella and then soon made him scarf.
You're setting all the poor defenseless pawnbroker together. Shame on you.
I mean, he did have a gun.
Sorry, Cove. When Winterbank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm.
Hold it!
You got shot. You mean that's the moment you were shot?
Yes, though I didn't immediately realize what happened, of course. Things crashing from the floor to the counter as the 3 men were brawling. It was exactly that moment that it happened, so I didn't hear the gunshot.
And the bullet went on to strike the calendar in the wall behind you?
So it would appear. When I looked at my arm, I saw it was bleeding badly, so I wrapped my handkerchief around it. Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to a doctor, I had no choice but to wait for it to heal. I didn't imagine it would still be bleeding 2 days later.
It's a gunshot wound?
Did Mr. Did Mr. Winterbank intend to shoot you, do you think?
Well, now I don't imagine he even noticed I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off accidentally. Anyway, it didn't quite strike home. When I pulled me gun on him, I tried to shove me out of the way.
And then he scampered through that door back. At which point, what did you do?
I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see through the peephole what he was up to.
Whoops. Trigger finger. You mean you chased after him?
I didn't recall the reason why, but I ran after him to the back of the shop.
And what about this peephole in the door you mentioned?
Unsurprisingly, the storeroom's door is a solid job, made of stout wood.
Thanks, Greg Z.
But there's a small opening in about head height Unless you see what's on the inside from the outside.
So, a peephole. Got it. All right. Actually, I should know that, shouldn't I? I looked through it myself that night. Ooh intensifies.
And what about you burgling brothers? Did you see what went on through this peephole as well?
Not likely,
Didn't
Gov.
see nothing of assault, Gov.
I doubt these two buffoons were even aware of the peephole's existence.
So the Skulkin brothers were there, but they didn't see the killing of Mr. Windibank take place. Got it.
Inside the storeroom, I could see the broker and that young girl standing there.
Young Sharkles.
Sorry, I guess I'm saying things and it's not picking it up. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, there we go. Once more with gusto.
Defendant? Question mark.
Yes, though neither of them noticed that I was looking.
Keeping Graydon.
The girl raised her gun and pointed it straight at the man.
And then, what did you see next?
The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety.
This is the one that doesn't make sense.
Wait, what? Absolutely not. Get back here. Yes, when the crime was discovered, the defendant was found with a gun in her hand. But that was Mr. Windibank's gun, from which only a single bullet had been fired, likely at himself. And as we've already established, Mr. Graydon, that bullet was fired at you.
Ah, but no, it wasn't the broker's gun that the pickpocket girl had when I saw her.
Oh, she just had another one?
Yes, the bullet from Windibank's gun grazed my arm, and yes, the Skulkin's gun grounded the detective. But this gun was another gun entirely, a third gun.
A tri-gun, if you will.
My guns! Dash the Vampede.
The broker's gun was not under. The broker's gun was not the murder weapon, so clearly there had to be a third firearm involved. In other words, the accused must have had her own gun.
Con carne, Rianne.
Objection!
Wait a minute. But no other gun was found at the scene.
Calm yourself, counsel.
I'm sorry?
You must consider the events in order. At first, I saw the broker and the girl glaring at each other, but then all of a sudden, the broker turned to run. And it was that moment the little gutter rat shot him in the back.
Image, I must say.
Are you buying it? Are you buying it yet?
He didn't answer Naruhodo's question at all.
Yeah.
Just moved right on with his own damn thing.
Reject your reality, substitute mine.
All right, Mr. Sen.
Hold it!
All over her?
Yes, through the peephole, I saw it clearly.
Look, don't look through the peephole unless you want to see your grandma sitting on my meat pole. Neato.
And let's appreciate for the moment that he looked through the peephole and saw it all over her.
Uh-huh.
Of course, the stains are invisible now, what with the coat being such a dark color.
Stains are invisible.
So this is, Rianne, this is like one of those things with like the guess the amount of jelly beans in a jar. If you guess the correct number at the end of the stream, you get I'll fart into a jar.
The new car!
I can't afford that shit.
But I assure you, that garment is sullied with the victim's blood.
Well, it is sullied with blood, that's for sure.
But it's not Mr. Winterbank's blood, is it?
Darn tootin'. No, that's right. It's Mr. Mason Milverton's blood from when McGilden stabbed his ass 2 months ago.
It's so annoying. If they'd only accept Ellie's chemical analysis, we could prove that.
Yeah, but they won't. So unfortunately, we can't use it as evidence to support our case.
Man, fuck the system.
Atta girl.
It's good to learn it at this age.
Catboy gamer farts. Guessed it.
Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape.
Hold it!
Why in the fuck would she do that?
Why?
Why would the peephole be A, large enough to toss a gun through, or B, open?
Did I hear you correctly? She threw the gun out of the room?
That's right. After the broker fell over, she started walking over.
Exactly.
In the direction of the storeroom door to where I was watching. Of course, I quickly retreated, and then the girl dropped the gun through the peephole onto the floor on my side of the door.
I'm really having trouble believing, dude.
Even the judge said,
Would you do such a thing?
I couldn't tell you. Perhaps she was hoping to distance herself from the murder weapon. Without thinking, I went and picked it up.
Why would you do such a thing?
I suppose I was worried about just leaving it there in case any more tragedies took place.
Next time on Altruistic Burglars.
Is this hogwash? So it was you, in fact, who took the third gun from the scene of the crime. Are you stupid?
Yes, it was yours truly.
And what the hell?
Nani? That's what I'm going with. Nani?
I left the cleanup to my lackeys and left.
Clear up?
We made a bit of mess around the counter, so Mr. Whistle and Flute here told us to tidy up.
Mr. Whistle and Flute.
I think they just called him a tosser.
I think they called him a fluffer.
He thinks he's our blooming mum sometimes.
Well, I was paying you enough, by God. Ugh.
Tell me, Mr. Gaydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance at the second disc in your jacket pocket?
You little toe rag!
Just called him a
bull at the gate, aren't you?
just called him a fucking toe rag.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Excuse me, why are you strangling that man, detective? Gentlemen, if you want to blow each other, there's a fucking room for that.
There is at the courthouse.
Yeah, it's called the bathroom.
I was gonna say it's the judge's chambers.
Yeah.
Something wrong, sunshine?
That should be my line. You do realize you were just violently shaking Mr. Skulkin like a rag doll?
Coppa, that's what we do.
Blimey, he's a bit of a hooligan, ain't he?
What was going on just now?
It's called police brutality.
You saw him? He grabbed me whistle.
You're what?
You saw him, he grabbed me whistle.
He means penis.
Oh! Fuck.
Why in the blazes, he said, did you mention the third gun when we got you down to station?
And why didn't you?
Because we didn't know nothing about it. Well, that flaming people in the door.
Sorry about that. I can be prone to losing me rank sometimes. Not hurt, are you? I could kneel on your neck for a bit.
What are you, Seattle Police Department?
Yeah, I went dark there.
Cold blimey. See the way he's looking at me? I'm telling you, this deed gives me the willy.
Find someone that looks at you like Grayson looks at a perp he's about to beat up.
That was strange. The inspector doesn't normally get quite as worked up as that. He wouldn't normally grab someone.
No, that wasn't like Grexy at all. He's normally all sweetness and light, no matter what I say to him.
Yes, well, I think you might be a special case, Iris.
Well, anyway, that was definitely out of her character.
Fish.
Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination.
All right, cliffhanger time.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah. All right, friendos, we'll call it here. It's time to go to bed. Perfect stop. The bailiff has interrupted it. He even asked. Well, GG, everybody.
Game, fam.
Yeah. We did it. Not quite yet, but, like, we're almost there.
We
I-
did
Oh,
it,
maybe.
ish.
We have, like, 15
Right.
minutes left of this, and then an hour and a half of wrap-up next week.
Right.
Sweet.
Fucking A.
34.
Exactly. Oh, I should put on some here. There we go. All right, friendos. Well, thanks for joining me tonight. I super appreciate it. We'll reverse order and have everyone extroduce themselves. We'll start with Lon.
Hi, I am Nani Chaos. I play RPG. And yeah, that's what I do. I actually haven't figured out what my schedule is this week, but it'll probably be Cyberpunk and Steel Rising. I do not have the athletic ability for that. That's what I got. Keep catching me up.
True. Ugh. Mr. Sharkles, please explain to the court why you haven't. I don't know. Just explain to the court why you haven't.
Explain to the court why I am? Well, you see, when a man loves a woman...
Loves a Mustang.
Hey, I am proud of myself as the only person to own a Mustang 17 years and not, Tokyo drift right into a crowd of onlooking spectators. Anyway, I'm Sharky. I play games. I do voice acting stuff. Florida man. He's as Florida as he can. So apparently I have to play NASCAR games now because I have to stick to walls when driving whenever possible. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Put it in
Thanks
fifth,
for,
let it ride.
Put it in fifth, let it ride. Thanks for letting me be a part of all this, and don't forget to tell your loved ones just how you feel.
That's great.
Chris, take us out.
My name's Chris. I do Break Group Blitz and
I was trying to figure that out.
Wait. Yee. And lastly, go on.
Oh yeah, Oni Heart. Art, JRPGs, fighting games, one shop stop. There you go. That's the saying, right? That's right. October's over, so we're back to our regularly scheduled program of anything.
Well, friendos, thanks for joining. Let's do it again next week.
Sounds like a plan. Also, Oni, congrats on finishing every game you've ever played. We're really proud of you.
No kidding though. Kadelka, from what I've heard about it, is pretty tough.
It's
so
that like legitimately is someone
that
that
legit big congrats.
yeah, the for those that don't know, Kadoka has multiple endings, and the one that Oni and I and a few other people today I saw actually get it is you're not really intended to actually have a shot at it unless you kind of figure it out along the way. And it's a pretty tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reflect
You can
OP.
win. You feel great. You can do this.
You are still mayor of Pumptown.
Alright. I'm
One and
fucking
only.
leaving. Zoop. Anyway, friendos, I hope you had a terrific night with us. We'll be back with more of this next week. Tomorrow we should have some more Final Fantasy X. I might poke around with that seed a little bit more. But we'll see what happens. I really appreciate the support. Maybe we'll mix up the schedule a little bit. As per usual, we'll give you the links. There is the Discord. Feel free to check it out. There is the YouTube if you want to catch up on our playthroughs. I got a bunch of stuff to upload this week if you haven't been able to make the streams as of late, plus some motovlog stuff. There is the link to our friends over at Skytech if you need a PC. Definitely check it out. Oh, that is still running. I forgot to turn that off. There we go. Got it. That is something we previously did. I will be uploading that because it's just hilarious. But if you want to support the stream, definitely check out the Throne wish list. All sorts of cool stuff there for crafting, content creation, and cosplay. If you're a tea drinker and want to support the Trevor Project, check out some of the blends that I've made. And if you want to commission me for 3D prints or custom keyboards, check out the Trello. But for me, I'm going to call it a night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let's go find someone to raid. Righty then.